Good day guys, welcome back to the Let's One Go channel. In today's video I'm gonna show you my Suzuki GS 500. I know, it's an old bike. Not many people haven't heard of it, so not a big deal, but I thought I'd give you some content in these days when people cannot do too much. Here in Australia most things are closed as well, so I thought a video of this bike wouldn't hurt anyone. And the other reason I'm doing it also because I just washed it, first time since I have it, so this is probably the cleanest condition it's ever been. So the GS 500 is, I think, it's a quite underrated bike. I know it's not a GSXR or a cool Yamaha MT-09 or something, but for what it is, it's fantastic because it's cheap. It's really, if you are in a budget, this is the way to go. If you want a bigger bike, 500cc, 487 to be precise, parallel twin. On paper 51 horsepower on the crank. This is probably translates to a 36-37 horsepower on the rear wheel, which is, believe it or not, plenty. As you can see with the rack, with touring on it, and I commute to work. It's the go-to anywhere bike, really. It's got a fuel tank which is 17 liters, and you can do easily 400 k's on one tank. Now, of course, this bike's production started in 1988 in Japan, so it's an old model in terms of production, and the predecessor was a GS 450, which is also a quite similar concept with an air-cooled twin engine. This bike is a 2007 and it's currently got 33,472 kilometers. When I got it, it had 28,000, so I've ridden it 5,000 k's so far. So I think it's time to review it, give you my ideas about it. So that bike is, you know, the great thing about it, not just that it's simple, but it's really, for what it is, it's fantastic. It's 500cc, is plenty fast for everything in the city. It's basically faster than 95% of any car in a city, you know. The top speed is 170, you know, if it's flat, and that's plenty, because you can't really go faster than 110, 120 here in Australia on public roads, otherwise your license is gone. So this is already on a level which can do the freeway, can do the twisties. And a funny thing or surprising thing for me about this bike, because of these skinny wheels, 110 millimeters in the front and 130 at the back, this bike is extremely agile. It just feels like a 125 when it comes to handling. It's like really tips so quickly from side to side. It's extremely agile. And that's when it comes to the downside. And the downside of this bike is the suspension. Suspension is is really something that is not the best on it. The front is not even adjustable. It's just a non-adjustable forks, and it's dampened in a way that it kind of feels firm when you ride it, but at the same time when you brake hard, or if you have to do something that you wouldn't do on a road, like a quick movement, hard braking, it just dives in. And I think the only way to help that would be oil change in a fork, probably to a thicker oil, like a 10W oil, or sorry, 20W oil. And yeah, the suspension, the rear is adjustable. Yeah, it's adjustable there. Just a bit tricky to get to. And the other problem is the rear. If I ride it a little bit too hard, it's got a center stand. The center stand can actually touch down. I got it down to the pavement quite a few times, so I probably need to stiffen up the back, but if you don't adjust it from factory, it's way too soft. So yeah, that's kind of the price you pay for a lower budget bike. But yeah, you can refresh the fork with some thicker oil and adjust the rear suspension, and should be okay after that. It's got a 6-gearbox, so it accelerates quite okay, and it also good for touring. Revs with a stock gearing, it revs 5,000 at 100 k's an hour, which is okay. And with a 17-liter tank, it's just, as I said, very, very economical. I added heated grips from Oxford, ram mount, and I even have a USB connector here. Can charge my phone. Yeah, it's very, very good bike for whatever touring you want to do. I added the Ventura rack, which is a New Zealander company, and they do the soft backs, and with the Ventura rack you can put up luggage and go anywhere, or just go to shopping. This bike actually replaces, or kind of acts like a scooter for me. I do all the shopping on it and put a tank bag, and you can actually carry home a big shopping with that. So yeah, I think if you are on a budget and if you want something really simple that you can service at home and want to get into motorcycling, I think this is a great way to do it. This bike, everything standard on it, standard pipe, standard air filter. You can mod it if you want, but then you need to rejet the carburetors. Show you the carburetors. They're just here, but I wouldn't really bother doing that, because this bike is not about performance, I think. Granted, if somebody wants a better sound, put an end pipe on it if you want, but that's really not necessary. Because actually, even the standard pipe, it does sound good. I need to put down the phone, because Suzuki likes the clutch pull when starting. So it idles quite low. But even with a standard pipe, it has this deep, kind of deep sound. It's quite cool. And as you can see, it redlines at 11,000. So because it's a parallel twin, you can bubble around almost like a cruiser if you want, around 2,000–3,000. It's got this twin sound, but you can also rev it up to 10–11 grand. And many car drivers think, this is a 125 with a big rack, let's just leave him behind. But that doesn't work. This freaking twin, this just revs up to 10 grand, and most of the cars have no chance. It's so cool, I like it. Yeah, the engine is not really warm, not yet, so I don't really want to rev the shit out of it, but you have the idea. I just like this double character. If you want, it's almost like a cruiser. Or you can let it scream. Everything very simple, just bulbs, indicators, everything bulbs. Seat is very, very comfortable. If you want a comfortable bike, comfortable sitting position, that's a great thing. I got rental bars on it. So this is not the factory bar, rental bars with bar risers. So it's even more comfortable than a standard handlebar position would be. Yeah, it's an extremely comfortable bike. You sit upright, and you don't really want to go faster than 120 because it's just because of the upright sitting position, you have a lot of wind in your chest, on your helmet. Brakes are okay, not like a sports bike brakes, but it's enough for this kind of performance. So single disc in the front with a dual caliper brake and a single caliper brake at the back, but with quite a big disc for the rear brake. So yeah, it is what it is, but it does the job. And for me, this is a great bike. So if you want to consider not to spend too much but have like a decent size of bike, so you don't want to necessarily start with the 125, I think this is a good step into motorcycling. It's not the most beautiful, of course, and therefore you can leave it anywhere, you know. Nobody will ever look or want to steal this. It's just a freaking workhorse. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this little update about my fleet. I've got another video where you can see the bike moving. So if you just click into the corner, you can watch that other video. I hope you enjoyed this one, and stay tuned for more content. I'm trying to put out some new stuff these days, where a lot of people just sit at home and can't go to work. Hopefully this crazy situation will go away soonish, and then we can all ride and enjoy our freedom again. Okay, see you later guys, take care.